episode 4040, When All You Want Is Peace.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope your week is going well. It's hump day. Yes, it is. And you know what? Some days it just feels like every day is hump day. You're just trying to get through it. Over the river and through the woods. Where? When all you want is peace. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already haven't had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com, where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter. They keep it simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, inspiring connection and community. Well, first off, I have to say, welcome home. You're like, what, Christiane? What do you mean, welcome home? Yes, maybe I should be saying welcome back, because for some odd, strange reason, we fell off the face of the earth. Create Your Now disappeared from Apple Podcasts. I don't know what happened. Everything went. We've never stopped talking to you. We've been here. We're on episode 4040, and the last time it actually updated was March 31st at 2:15 a.m., and then it just started reactivating itself April 21st of 2026. I had nothing to do with it. So first off, thanks for showing back up. Second off, I'm so sorry you didn't know. Third, come to createyournow.com. If you're ever wondering what in the heck is going on, if I'm not here on the podcast, we'll have something on createyournow.com. Also, a reminder on that, we are finishing up the website, which is cool. And that means, guess what? We're going to be launching a few new things around the corner, and you're going to want to be there. We're going to have the PJ Party with Jesus. We've got Kairos, which is our free community. We'll be opening up AIM. It's going to be fun. Don't miss it. Stay tuned here on the podcast. Also, you know about the TV show, and then, a new website. So many things. And when you think of all the things that are going on in life, you know, it's like, when do you have a chance to breathe? And maybe you're juggling everything. Maybe you're trying to be everything to everybody. And as you chase the winds and all the things, life can put a spell on your heart, leaving you searching for what's missing in your life. However, that is where the stress builds. Cortisol levels rise, whoop, whoop, and chaos blossoms. How can you create your escape when all you want is peace? Because seriously, when you're in survival mode, every thought, every action, every choice feels like it's wrapped in the urgency of just get through. Just got to get to the next thing. I can do this. Just one more hour. And thriving, it feels like a foreign concept, far off in another life or in another galaxy for most people. The chaos isn't just external. It's infiltrated your mind, your body, and your very sense of who you are and who you are becoming. But my friend, peace isn't about escaping life's mess. It's about carving out intentional space inside the chaos. Life isn't going to be perfect, but somehow, some way, you have to have these pockets of peace, this place where you can find, and be with yourself. Maybe to talk to your Heavenly Father, to pray, to think deeper, to reflect. And that starts with asking the harder questions, like, what are you saying yes to? And whether those commitments bring you closer to the life you want or just keep you spinning in survival mode. Now, most of us choose what's easy because it's familiar. We don't have to make any changes. And even if the payoff is keeping us stuck, we still hang out there. Why? Because we don't have to think about it. It's nothing new. We know what comes next. We know what it feels like, so we're going to stay stuck there. And survival becomes the default loop, choking off progress, suffocating joy, and truly eroding peace. Where are you today? Are you one who feels like you're barely surviving, or you feel like you're running 8 hamster wheels and not just one? Maybe you've got 20 balls in the air and not just 2. You're great at 2. But 20 is a bit much. So what if you stopped and held yourself accountable? Not in a way that you're like, if I just did this, or if I just got rid of my husband. No, that's not the answer. I'm telling you, it might be what you think it is because, yes, and that's supposed to be funny, by the way, if you didn't know. But seriously, you've got to start looking and saying, how can I hold myself accountable? What can I do? How can I infuse humor? How can I smile more? How can I find joy? How can I see the blessings in the messes? What if you stopped letting autopilot manage your yeses? And that shift is uncomfortable and it gets into the nitty-gritty. It's hard work to change patterns and live differently. It doesn't come easy, but it's the only way to break free and enter a new realm of living a life that you are going after. That is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy. Break free. You've got to be willing to break free of what's holding you hostage. And honestly, it's up to you. You set your boundaries. You get to say yes or no. You get to show up the way you want to. And I know, been there, done that, doing that. It's easier said than done. You might be able to try to please everybody, but at the same time of pleasing everybody, you are not allowing yourself to do what you need to do. You're rescuing everybody else, but you're leaving yourself behind. Bearing your dreams, saying no to you more than you need to say yes. And quite frankly, sometimes you're bearing God's dreams for yourself. How unfair of a life is that? And so here at Wellspring Wednesday, I really want you to dig a little bit deeper. Not this surface level, if I was just to make this simple decision of maybe I shouldn't have this to eat on these days. We're not talking about that. We're talking about turning your life inside out. We're talking about going deeper. Why is it that you do what you do? Like, really ask the harder questions, because the easy ones are going to keep you right where you are. And if that's what you want, then guess what? You might as well stop listening now. Like, seriously, I mean that genuinely. But I know you want more out of life. I want more out of life. And sometimes we have to do the hard things. When you get over the hill, it's only downhill from here. And it's a fast ride. I can remember when my grandma would tell me, sweetheart, you think life is moving fast now, but you just wait. It just gets faster. And she's right. It just keeps going and going and going. And I'm not a roller coaster girl. I'll ride them. I don't know if I'll ride them if we were to go like this summer or something. But I did the last time with my boys. My husband said, oh no, I'm not doing it. But you know what? There's something about that rush. And that rush comes from breaking free. That rush comes from saying, I have boundaries. That rush comes from saying, I get to have self-control. I get to look at my life and say, you know what? This is what I need in this season. If I could help you more, I will. But maybe I can't, and you need to find another way. There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes we allow ourselves and we guilt ourselves into saying, this is what we're going to do. Why? Because it's easier. It's all too familiar. This can be done with family, friends, colleagues, strangers, your church, your community, your neighbors. And sometimes you find yourself doing it, not even understanding that, oh my goodness, I'm doing this. Like, what am I doing? And the next thing you know, 1-2 years have gone by and you're like, where am I? What am I doing? This is utterly ridiculous. You've got to find a way to break free. And that breaking free may not be what you think it is. Sometimes we run from what we need to fight for. Let that sink in for a minute, because that's a big deal. Sometimes we need to put up a fight more than what we want to. And I'm not saying a physical fight. I'm not saying putting your hands and fist and like, no. That's not what I mean at all. This is calm, cool, and collected. It's about peace. Inner peace, where God wants you, where he wants to take you. And that inner peace doesn't mean that everything's going hunky-dory. In fact, it may be a bigger mess than what you even thought it would be, because you are trying to create peace within yourself and what you need in your season of life. And so that fight may seem even harder than what it is. But you see, it takes intention to decide to see what really will work during this season of your life. So when all you want is peace without sacrificing yourself, what does it look like in real life? Number one, Get brutally honest about your commitments. No one likes this one. Neither do I. It's just one that you just want to kind of go underneath the bar in your home and say, nope, just going to stay here. It'll all be fine. This too shall pass. But you see, every yes carries weight. So write down what you say yes to regularly. Believe it or not, you probably say yes to more things than what you think you do. Just like when you're looking at what am I eating? I want to lose weight, or I want to be healthier. I want to make sure I'm getting more vegetables in, or what I'm drinking. If you don't document, you don't know. You just don't know, because guess what? Your mind forgets. Not because you want to, not because you don't have an elephant brain. It's because there's 20,000 other things taking up space in your mind at that immediate second that everything else is happening. And so it becomes discombobbled. And the one thing that stands out usually is the fire that you have to put out. And that yes is usually not the fire, because that's an easy thing. You just slip it in there and you move on. Next. So write down what you say yes to regularly. From social invitations to work projects to those internal thought loops. When you're laying in bed and you can't sleep, or you wake up in the middle of the night because God's knocking on your brain going, hello, I'm trying to talk to you here. And all of a sudden you find yourself just laying there for 30 to 45 minutes. Write it down. I guarantee you got a flashlight on your phone. Keep a pen and paper there. Just jot it down. It doesn't have to be neat. Then you can look at it in the morning. Let me tell you, that is just a fresh rush of freedom when you get it out of your mind and on a piece of paper so you can see it. Then when you review it, ask yourself, does this contribute to my peace? Or does it just keep me running? Cut ruthlessly where the answer is running. You got to get rid of those hamster wheels. They're kind of squeaky and loud. Get off of them. Throw them away. Donate them. Let somebody else have them. You don't need them. But in order to do that, you've got to get brutally honest with your commitments. Number 2, build small anchors of calm into your day. Who doesn't need more calm into the day? Oh, I do. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. I can turn on the news. I can get a text message. I can be shopping for flowers. And all of a sudden it's like, for whatever reason, you might be interrupted. You might hear something. You might see something that sets off a memory, whatever it is. And all of a sudden there's no calm. There's just anxiety. There's just like, what if? Oh my goodness, what do I do? And now you're just hypertensive. Why? You don't need a full escape plan to find pockets of peace. Most of the time when we think of peace, it's like, I want everything to be perfect. I don't want anything to go wrong. Let me tell you, nothing's going to go perfect and everything's going to go wrong, but you still can have peace, because that's the reality of life. Look at what Jesus did, how he walked. After his resurrection, there was peace. But before then, no. None whatsoever. He knew the end, but he also knew the other side. And that's what you need to see and understand. And so maybe for you, it's just taking 5 minutes of deep breathing. Maybe you need to take a moment and literally go to the bathroom at work, because that's the only time you can get a break, and that's okay. Go to the bathroom and breathe in the bathroom. Hopefully it's not too stinky, but we'll leave that for another episode. Take a short walk, but leave your phone so long as you're in a safe place. Or maybe it's just sitting down and going, I'm grateful for. Thank you, Lord. Whatever it is. And let me tell you, this stuff, you think it may be stuff that is just fills up your mind, but studies and research shows that there is a physical internal reaction when you do this. And that's why you have to build these small anchors of calm into your day. And pretty soon you'll find more peace in your pockets than you had before. And then finally, number 3, reframe survival as a signal to pivot, not settle. Most of the time, we just live in survival mode because it's easy. We know what it feels like. We'll complain about it more. Why? Because it's easy to complain about it. But if we have to do anything about it, that requires us to make changes. That requires us to have a different state of mind. That requires us to do things differently, and that takes work. And work is effort, and effort is energy. And if I don't have that, I can be okay with surviving this way because I know what it feels like. So recognize when you're just surviving and treat that as a red flag, not your permanent state. Survival mode is a warning light flashing. Change needed, change needed, change needed. Beep, 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 beep. Use that signal to guide small, consistent steps toward a steadier pace, a pace that will bring about peace, one that leads out of crisis into choice. It doesn't have to be something that's so difficult. It may be, like we were just talking about, breathing. Sometimes it's walk away. You don't have to explain yourself all the time. Yes can be yes and no can be no. You don't have to have a reason why. I don't care if it's your work people, your community, your church, your family, your friends, your dogs, even the kitty cats. They'll look at you strangely and go, meow. But there doesn't need to be something attached to that. Reframe your survival as a signal to pivot, not settle. My friend, finding peace isn't about giving up or hiding. A lot of times, though, that's what we do. And then we wonder why we have issues with our mental health. Seriously. And we need to be serious about this because a lot of people in our world are suffering because they don't understand that they're stronger than their feelings, nothing more than feelings. So stop giving up on yourself. Stop hiding. Start looking and start reclaiming control over your yeses. Be more definitive about your nos. Reclaim control over your mind and even your daily habits, what you choose to do in the season that you're in, knowing that, guess what? This too might change. And that's okay. It's messy at first. And that's okay too. Because you know what? The reward is a life where peace isn't a distant dream, but a steady living reality that you got it because God's got you. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.